Chris, they're going to be pretty busy out there.
Yes, and we can already see it right now at this UPS facility with many trucks coming and going as most Americans are deciding this year to shop online. Santa's elves are busy at work in Poway. All this happened within just blocks of the Escondido Police Department, and after that officer was shot, he was actually brought here to this parking lot to escape danger, and then it was into an ambulance and then off to the hospital. Definitely a day of new interest in this vaccine, with now this new group opening up. Sharp volunteers leading the cheer for a new group of Californians now eligible to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Investigators first got to the scene last night and stayed into the early morning hours, and even now the search for the suspect continues. Chula Vista police say this is the man, 37-year-old Christopher Marquez, accused of shooting at a bail bondsman, trying to arrest him a little before 9 o'clock Monday night. An investigation that had SWAT officers in the neighborhood all night and into the morning. Did you get any rest in between all that?
We slept a while, yeah. Slept a while. They came to our door at 4 o'clock. Yeah. And asked if we had security cameras that they could view.
Neighbor Ed Heckman was not home at the time, but his security camera video viewed later shows the group of bondsmen coming to the suspect's house on East J Street in Chula Vista, with shots heard on the video. And as you come back to us live right now, we're getting this tremendous wind gust here with, really it feels like somebody's hitting us with a pellet gun on the side of our face here with all these little beads of hail. For me, the first stop is Tasty Chips, also where I got my first job. Even working here, people say that, oh, you can't be eating those chips every day. I still ate the chips every day.
And that's the thing. I mean, it's very true. And I still do myself.
This is definitely the day that everybody decided to come out to Julian. This afternoon, we had the sun, and then, of course, this nice blanket of snow here. The wind is blowing really strong here in Alpine, and as for the lights, there aren't many. There's the street light nearby that is still on, and of course the light on top of our camera here, but really that's not much else. The power went off where we are at shortly after 9 o'clock, and normally the women's club here would be all lit up for Christmas, but currently more than 20,000 customers without power. Even hours later, continuing to put water in this on that home. Now we're going to continue to sort of walk throughout the neighborhood because you can see that it is now, as I look at my phone, it is almost 1 a.m. and this neighborhood is completely active with people trying to make sure that their home does not burn in flames as well. And now, when I first came here, I talked with these two brothers who are out here with the hose, and I want to talk with you guys about why it was so important for you guys to come out here and sort of help with this effort.
It's your neighborhood. Yeah. You know. A lot of neighbors are running the other way. Yeah. We're running towards it, so we helped a house, saved a house here. This canyon was lit, which was going to cross the street to that canyon, which I lit. It wasn't going to happen.
Now, don't you get the sense that this neighborhood could have been, I mean, it could have been much, much worse. I don't want to speculate on what it could have been, but it could have been much worse.
It would have been horrible, because there's a big canyon here with a big brush load that's never burned. It would have blown through and taken out all of it. You couldn't stop it, how powerful these winds were. But yeah, all this is what we're standing in is wood chips, and it was just the shower of embers that were blowing across this road. I had to do something.
And you guys feel the wind right now, right? Has this been like this all night? Tell me about that.
I was on a roof over here. I had to squat at one point. I almost got blown off the roof, literally, and embers flying sideways, probably quarter mile they'd go. It was unbelievable. Yeah. This is probably a quarter of what it was an hour and a half ago. And thank God they're going south. If they go west, then we got a problem.
And it seems like there's this one house in particular you see with the roof off because the flame has totally engulfed that home. Has that been sort of the home that has sort of bared the brunt of this fire?
Yeah, right here, there's something going on. That engine's been down there, and then down at the bottom of Willow Glen here, you said you heard 10 homes.
Said 10 went.
Yeah, there's a lot of homes down there that burned where it started, and then it just ran up this. It's a pretty steep mountain right here that
So
ran
it
up.
started down more towards the hill, and this would have been, I mean, this seems that this is a residential neighborhood, and it seems like a little bit more rural down the hill.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
It just ran up this and ton of steam, and then it started pumping around the corner.
And still nobody, has anybody thought about or heard about maybe what started this fire?
My guess is Willow Glen. If it started at the base of the hill, it's going to be a cigarette. It's
Hopefully,
a busy
yeah,
road.
Going to
Yeah.
the casino.
That's
Hopefully
my
it wasn't
guess.
that.
Yeah, definitely. You could definitely see that is a very busy road, and this is really what firefighters feared was a big fire like this. And so, I mean, normally at 1 a.m. everybody would be asleep, but this seems to be a very active neighborhood tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'd be nicer if the looky-loos were helping. Bring a shovel, guys. Don't just come here and look. Bring a shovel, bring a hose, help a neighbor out. A lot of these people aren't home. So if
Well, I saw the firefighter patting you guys on the back, and I will too, socially distant. And I really thank you guys very much for talking to us and the viewers. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. So that is we're here in the main neighborhood where. It sounds like from talking with some eyewitnesses that it started down at the bottom of the hill and came up to this sort of residential neighborhood where maybe somebody who lives in more of a suburban neighborhood maybe not expect a wildfire to come and impact them in this way. But again, this person previously, you can even standing at this point, you can tell that they had a beautiful canyon view overlooking this, and unfortunately that canyon is what caused the flame to sort of run up and then overtake this home with flames. You can tell this is the Christmas season, and maybe even the Christmas tree inside this home at one point, and just complete devastation as we enter the holiday season, 2020 being what it was, and now to see this home now after being engulfed in flames, now being totally drenched in water.